Why Bumble? Yes, the dating app is backing a high-profile abortion film. The popular matchmaking app is financing a pre-election theatrical rollout of Zorofsky v. Texas, a new documentary co-produced by Hillary Clinton about the fight for abortion access in the Lone Star State. The Zorofsky v. Texas filmmakers are still looking for a traditional distributor for their documentary, one of several political nonfiction films seeking a buyer this election year, including Errol Morris's Separated, on Trump's border policy, and Apocalypse in the Tropics. Petrocosta's look at far-right politics in Brazil. But the Zorofsky v. Texas producers are prioritizing getting their film seen ahead of the November elections, regardless of whether a deal closes with a studio or streamer. The distribution landscape for documentaries is clearly in a moment of flux, but that just means we all need to be a little more entrepreneurial in terms of how our films find their way to audiences, says Bly Pagon, Fausta producer with Story Force Entertainment, which backed Zorofsky Texas alongside Hillary and Chelsea Clinton's Hidden Light Productions and Lawrence's Excellent Cadaver. Zorofsky Texas, which is directed by Maisie Crow and Abby Perot, tracks a high-stakes post-Roe v. Wade legal case in which 20 women sued the state of Texas in 2023 because they said its restrictive law prevented them from receiving medically necessary abortions. The film follows Molly Duane, an attorney at the Center for Reproductive Rights, and 3 of the case's plaintiffs, including Amanda Zorofsky, who could not get an abortion for her non-viable pregnancy, nearly died from the complications and suffered permanent damage that left her unable to carry a baby in the future. Crow and Perot had worked on a 2016 documentary called Jackson about the last remaining abortion clinic in the state of Mississippi. That clinic would go on to be at the center of the Supreme Court case that overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022, Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, spurring the filmmakers, who are from Texas, to revisit the issue. Just as Crow and Perot were grappling with the Dobbs case's implications for reproductive health in Texas, so too were Bumble's employees, says the company's chief legal officer Elizabeth Monteleone. We started looking at our employee benefits and wondering, what do we do now? How do we talk to our employees about this? What can we offer them? Bumble became the first of 40 businesses to sign an amicus brief in Zorofsky v. Texas, which argued that ambiguity in the Texas ban negatively impacts the state's economy, costing an estimated $14.5 billion in lost revenue each year. South by Southwest was another of the signatories. Penske Media, parent company of The Hollywood Reporter, is the majority stakeholder of. The amicus brief was focused on hiring, recruiting, retention, and the issues that we and the other companies have experienced being in Texas, Monteleone says. There's increased cost to the company. They're all very real problems that these bans place on companies when it comes to taking care of their employees and expanding their workforce. Bumble said it lost 1/3 of its Texas workforce after the passage of 2021's Texas Senate Bill 8, which prohibits most abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected. In addition to its role in the legal case, Bumble also gave finishing financing to the Zorofsky filmmakers. Bumble, which was founded by a female entrepreneur, Whitney Wolfe Herd, and built upon the premise of women being the ones to initiate contact in a dating app, has had a tumultuous year. Like most dating apps, Bumble has struggled to convince Gen Z to become paying subscribers at the rate previous generations did, and in January it hired a new CEO, Lydian Jones, from Slack, to reverse the downward trend of its stock, which currently trades around $6, a precipitous drop from the $76 per share of its 2021 IPO. In the spring, the company pulled an ad campaign that winkingly referenced celibacy in an attempted nod at dating app fatigue that ended up offending some women. The decision to back Zorofsky v. Texas predates the company's leadership change and is not part of a larger strategy to enter Hollywood. We had no plans to get into producing films, but we care about this issue a lot, says Selby Drummond, Bumble's chief marketing officer. When the Dobbs decision came out, we thought, okay, Bumble is going to lean in here. Our mission is to create healthy, equitable, safe relationships. So we were all incredibly personally invested in women's healthcare. There was a high sense of urgency. Bumble-sponsored Zorofsky v. Texas screenings will take place in cities including Washington, Houston, San Antonio, Raleigh, and Naples, Florida. In addition, the directors will travel to 18 film festivals over the course of the fall. We are working as quickly as we can because we think this film serves as an educa